God bless you, global Christian friends, American people, public out there across the globe. Let the whole globe feel the presence of the Lord. Let the heavens declare his goodness. Let everyone out there across the world know that this is the works of the Lord coming from this place. It's not going to change. All this great knowledge God is sending across these waves to you. I will arise and go to my father and say to him, I have sinned against heaven and against thee, Father, and I am no more worthy to be called thy son. Make me as one of thy hired servants. In John 8:35, Jesus said, the servant do not abide in the house forever, but the son does. The servant do not abide in the house forever, but the son does. And let me tell you something. The joy of what it had been never to have sinned. The joy that Adam had before disobedience. I could tell you on some of the things that the sages of Israel spoke about back in their days and back in the old days of Adam and back in their time, and tell you what Enoch said also about Adam back in those times, and tell you some things that Adam himself said about himself back in those times. But you have a good understanding about Adam. Go back and read what Adam was all about before Adam sinned, and get a good understanding about Adam at that time, and know that he was a son of God with that kind of mind. Adam was the son of God with that kind of mind before he sinned. Go back and read all of that and understand that and enjoy what you read. When you stand there and God will bring all the animals before you to name. Isn't that wonderful? He bring the animals before you to name. Where he performed the same thing and brought all the animals before Noah to save. He brought them before Adam to name. He brought them before Noah to save. All right? This knowledge you have, you know, there. And he arose and came to his father, verse 20. And when he was yet a great way off, his father saw him. His father saw him and had compassion. Not only did the father see him, one, but also the father had compassion, number two. And the father ran, number three, and fell on his neck, number four, and kissed him, number five. All right? This is why Jesus said, likewise joy shall be in heaven over one sinner that repenteth, more than over the 99 just persons who need no repentance. This is why rejoice with me for I have found that peace which I had lost. Y'all understand these things? Rejoice with me, for I have found my lost sheep. The Bible said, God wished not that any man should perish. God wished not that any man should perish. Actually, hell was not made for men, but it was made for those angels and those adversaries that was there. But because you fell to them, you became subject unto them, and you became subject unto hell in their judgments. The sons, after these 5 things, the son said, Father, I've sinned against heaven. I have sinned against heaven. Now think about this statement. I'm reading these words. Father, I have sinned against heaven and in thy sight. Now, understand those words. Sit out there somewhere. Go out in the middle of the desert on a dark night and stand and look up into the dark sky. And you can do it at daytime if you want to. And see all the splendor of heaven. And ask yourself the question, is this what I have sinned against? I have sinned against such magnitude. I have sinned against such marvelous wonders. I have sinned against this. While you're standing there, look up into the sky, dark night, and see the splendor of the stars, and ask yourself that question. Is this what I have sinned against? Well, I got news for you. It only takes something greater to bring you out. And thank God it's there. By the name, that was the name of the angels. What's his name? Jesus is his name. The only probability you've got when you stand there looking up in the heaven with your arms stretched out, glaring up into such a splendid sky, and asking yourself the question, is this what I have sinned against? All right? And in my Father's sight. I don't mean no harm. But a lot of fathers would not, if your father didn't love you and knew that you sinned against heaven, it's very easy for him to think, if they sinned against heaven, they'll sin against me too. Is that right? That's how earthly fathers think. And they'll cut you off. And there are a lot of people out there with an inheritance that have been cut off by their fathers. All right? Cut off. I give you nothing. You're no longer my child. All right. And am no more worthy to be called thy son, but the Father said unto his servants, bring forth the best robe, 1, and put it on him, number 2, and put a ring on his hand, 3, and shoes on his feet, number 4. We will continue this next time. God bless you, Global Christian friend.